I can't remember, but how long did you play out here for?
I was in Washington for 3 years because
Damn.
I originally got there and went to Skagit Valley, but then didn't play there, transferred to Peninsula College and spent my 2 years there playing.
Just the
Yeah,
outskirts of Washington State too.
right?
Did you like it up here? Like, I mean,
I did not like Skagit. Mount Vernon was not fun at all. But Peninsula was really nice because I'm one of those like, oh my gosh, look at the view, look at the sky. And then,
mhm,
you have Canada on the other side. So there wasn't much to complain about other than being so far away from the city.
for
But
sure. Were those D2 or D3?
JUCO, yeah, those were my junior college years. So
Gotcha.
like, yeah, 2 years before the university.
And then you went to the Bay?
Yep, Silicon Valley, went to and graduated from Notre Dame, Dana Mere University. That was a D2, NCAA D2 Pac
Mhm.
West team. So it was
And then
really nice.
you like how long were you out there for? Because we talked a while ago when you were doing some social media stuff,
Yeah.
like while you were in Vegas, but
Yeah. So I spent 3 years in Washington and then I think we met my first year up there or like my second year. And then I moved to the Bay for 3 years. So I was there from 2017 to 2020 when COVID hit. And once COVID hit, actually, that I spent after my 2 years of playing, I spent another year going to school, and I just decided to stop playing basketball after season ended and join the regular life, see what that was about for the first time, and I loved it. And that's when I got into like social media marketing, real estate marketing, and all sorts of different marketing stuff.
but
So
you ended up going back to hoops.
yeah, after COVID was honestly, my COVID experience wasn't bad at all because I was working, traveling, making money. Like I had no issues or nothing to complain about. So after doing all that and kind of just like quitting because I wasn't happy, I decided to go back into the gym and I was like, wow, I actually miss playing.
Hmm.
Just got back into it and ended up joining the Las Vegas Empress on a whim. Like I knew they had tryouts and everything, wasn't interested. I was just like playing basketball up at the gym one day, and the coaches were like, "Come try out." And I came and I went, and the rest was history. From there, it started back open again.
What is the WBA? I can't even say it. I like I
It's so
because
hard
there's
without
always
the
an N. Yeah.
yeah, it's Women's Basketball Association, so it's a semi-pro women's basketball league where players can come and play, potentially earn contracts with agents and, go the overseas route or, get scouted by a NBA, WNBA scout. And, it's just like a minor league organization that, holds games for teams in different states.
Yeah. When you came back, did you have like a different outlook on the game at all, or like did that time away help you at all?
The time away, looking back at the transition now, I can say the time away that I spent from basketball was so worth it. I was hooping, every year of my life all throughout school. So like that time away was so needed to just know how to be a normal person outside of basketball. And then coming back into it, looking at basketball was kind of just like it was more so like a question of whether I wanted to really dive back into the, industry and lifestyle. But I can say that my outlook on basketball now from playing and coming back, like it's a whole different. Like I know that if I would have done things way differently before, I probably would have never stopped. To
Hmm.
be honest, yeah.
For sure. Hey, I forgot to say just at the beginning of this, if you are watching us on YouTube, make sure to hit that like button, share, subscribe, and then notifications bell. And if you do have a question for Anaya or myself, throw it in the comment section. Doing so helps us with the algorithm. Sorry to
Yeah.
just
No,
blow,
no, no, you're
blow
good.
through that. But yeah, I was just thinking because I play, but I definitely not at like a competitive level. But those 2 years of like COVID knocked out any basketball. And when we came back, it was so fucking funny. Like the guys that we run with, like twice a week or whatever. The first day back, like it was the first possession, some guy like rolled his ankle as soon as
Oh
like
my God.
and he just fell on his face, like, but if you play basketball regularly, like it's such a like people that play, they play all the time, like every
Yeah.
week. And to be away from it for what, like, were you still hooping like just for fun casually, or did you just completely go away from the game?
Oh, I can say that while I was in school, I wouldn't shy away from pulling up to open gym a few times
Hmm.
just to beat on the college kids that were still there. But I remember I tried out for a semi-pro team in Oakland, and I was super excited to get into that. The tryout was super competitive. It was like 2 days, and that was probably the most competitive thing that I've done while being out. And then, of course, COVID hit, so that didn't happen. And when I got back, it was more so just like playing around, you
Hmm.
know, sort of thing. And then that's when I literally broke, I think, almost all of my fingers that year trying to come back playing because it was just like, my body wasn't used to it. The strength wasn't there.
Hmm.
Yeah, it was horrible.
How many like major injuries have you had? Because you've been doing this at a high level for your almost your entire life, right? Like,
Uh, I haven't, thankfully, actually, I haven't personally injured myself in basketball, but I did have a teammate at PC. Like she like ran into a post player going up for a layup and ended up like ricocheting off her body, sitting on my ankle, like my foot, and then like her back like went against my leg, and I ended up like breaking my tibia and my ankle just
fuck.
from that. Yeah, and so it was like the end of the season. I was super nervous because that's when an athlete gets their offers and decide where they're going.
Hmm.
I think I was in a boot and on crutches for like 2, 3 weeks, and I was like, you know what, I need to play. Like, I played in playoffs, ended up getting like a offer, and I was like, I'm gonna take it because
With a broken tibia?
yeah, my tibia was, and I didn't even know. I was walking on it for a while because I knew my ankle was broken. At first, I thought it was just sprained, and then like 4 a.m. that night, I had to go to the doctor because I was like, I'm in so much pain, and I didn't know my tibia was broken until like March, and I think that happened in like February. Yeah, I was back home and I
How
was
did
like,
you play on it? Like, what did you do?
I don't
Just tape
know.
it or what?
Oh yeah, there's like pictures of me in playoffs with like kinetic tape on my knee because I'm like thinking my knee's messed up and I'm like in this huge ankle brace. But yeah, I was all broken up.
When you were talking about like all the prep stuff for the semi-pro team, like,
Yeah.
do you think all that training and because you're I mean, I follow you on social media, like when you're playing and stuff, like you put a lot of time in the gym and in your body and all that. Do you think you play better when you're looser and not doing all that stuff? Or do you
Mm.
think all that stuff makes you better?
That's a really good question because when I got back into basketball, my senior year, first of all, college, I was not lifting like that. Our program wasn't that great. So we weren't doing a lot of strength and conditioning already. So then when I got back into basketball after COVID, I did not like take it serious. I'd go to the gym and I'd shoot so I can make threes. I'd work on my layups so I can make layups. But I wasn't taking in the fact that my body needed to get stronger at the level that I was playing at. So yeah, I definitely rolled my ankle 1,000 times more.
Yeah.
Like, and I broke all my fingers. I had a hip injury. So that's why I take so much time now to stay in the gym and to make sure my body's strong enough to play at the level that I'm at. Because not only do I have to play stronger, I have to go up against stronger women. So, like, that is already a toll, like getting pushed around and beat up. You can really hurt yourself. So,
Oh, for
yeah, it
sure.
definitely matters.
Hey, if you like that video, make sure to hit the subscribe button and follow our page for new weekly content.